Welcome back to Slam Shenanigans. Sorry, guys, it's been a while. So, as you've seen, I had a lot of pup shots. We rescued another one. Got some new shoes on the dually. Got a slip tank put in. Got a new trailer. Just been busy with life. And one of the biggest things is I'm going to be a grandpa for the first time. So, it's been full. Anyways, this video is about the paving that I've been promising for a long time. Here is some late night action, trying to make sure that this was all watered down and had some good moisture in it for the morning, for when the paving crew showed up. Here they're dropping off some of the equipment late at night. Like I said, I was last minute, and this is the morning of. Showing up bright and early. We delivered one of the rollers earlier. I'll let you listen to this real quick. All right, so this is I kind of walked over the first part I wanted you to hear, where I was saying the delivery the night before the first roller is pretty rodeo. My buddy Mike from AC Seal Coating ended up doing a couple 360s at the bottom. Remember, this is the very steep driveway with the Eco Raster and rocks, so it's pretty slippery on drums. Anyways, this is them starting things up in the morning. I think this is a Lee Boy paver. And there's Mike's son, Michael, and this is the epitome of this company. This is father-son. This is the way they started their day. I knew I was in good hands. So anyways, now the crew's starting to get here. Here's our first truck or second truck. Actually, the first truck. So we already got one of the things down, and like I said, I'm going to probably just voice over this whole thing and kind of talk you through it. This gentleman here, I'll speak to him in the cowboy hat quite a bit about this video. This gentleman is like late 60s, and he could outwork me and most of these young guys here. Again, this is AC Seal Coating, and this is Michael. This is the son, and he's running the machine with his dad. His dad kind of in charge of everything. Had a fantastic crew, and I'll say this multiple times, but if I stop talking, you'll notice that these guys don't talk much to each other. They are such a in-sync crew that they did not need to really communicate. They knew what they all needed to do. Very few words to get the direction going. Just a phenomenal crew. Can't tell you how excited I was to actually get this paved. When we moved in, where that truck is now was basically just slope and trees. So if you've watched all my videos, and I hope you have, if not, go back and see them. Any flat on my property, I made the flat pretty much. This road was full-on four-wheel drive the first 6 months or so we had the property, first couple months anyways. So this was a long time coming, and I'll tell you what, I'll jump to the conclusion, this was just the best investment ever. It is so nice to have pavement coming in, getting out, being able to walk out in your barefoot to take some garbage out and not have to walk on rocks or mud or whatever. It was fantastic. So I want to say we ended up, probably should say that at the end of the day, but I think we put 252 tons of AC pavement down. So this was from the house all the way out to the main road. And this first lift made me kind of nervous because I knew he had a lot and he was worried about going over, and he put down about 5-6 inches there, and I was like, Mike, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, it was a little thick, but we're okay. So anyways, I'm going to just let you watch some of this, and I'll kick back in a second. So yeah, you're seeing Michael on this side. I think Mike's on the other side, son and father. The crew, like I said, phenomenal crew. Pretty small crew, really, for as much work as they did. But Wayne is the older gentleman in the cowboy hat, just a stud of a man. Joe was a younger guy. He's kind of doing a lot of the support stuff, and then Jason was on the roller for the most part. But the crew was great. We had probably three to five different truck drivers throughout the day. All of them were pretty good. You'll see a couple spots here in the future where we were worried about the truck actually tearing up the Eco Raster on the way out. We had it roll a little bit, but nothing that stopped us, and that was one of my biggest concerns. But Here they are. They're just great. Very little talking. So here we got one of the trucks positioned over there, and what he's doing is just filling the hopper, and then Mike or Michael will reposition the paver actually to come back in and fill in that center section. Jason's there maneuvering the roller, and Wayne is just kind of looking. You know, you think that maybe he's just doing the raking, but this guy was. I think he's one of Mike's right-hand mans, and he's sharp. He knows pavement, and I learned a lot watching this whole thing throughout the day up close in terms of things you got to look for and watch. You'll see Wayne directing Jason earlier on the roller operations, because if you roll it too soon, you can actually have the stuff separate. If you roll it too late, you don't get it compacted enough, and there's a lot of technique to this that is not. It's not just manual labor. These guys are sharp, and it takes a lot of knowledge to do it right. So here, I think this is the point where we're going to fill up the hopper and then actually back into my little portico here, the entrance to the house. And this is just, it was huge for me just to see solid surface pavement right off my concrete. So normally we walk out here and it's either dust or mud. And this is fixing everything. It's fantastic. I'm so happy that we paved this and finally decided to do it. No more fighting the rocks. I've already found out from a couple little snow plows this season, because I was so late in getting this video out, that just made the snow plowing and blowing so much easier to have pavement. Got chains on my tractor, and I can just drop that PTO snowblower down. I don't have to worry about throwing rocks or tearing up EcoRaster. It's fantastic, but gets pretty close here, and nervous Nelly here, I always try to tell him to stop a little probably sooner than needed to. Sorry. Yeah, one thing I've learned watching construction crews my entire life and running them, this isn't my crew, so I shouldn't be saying anything, but every once in a while something like that gets pretty close, and Michael wasn't looking up, I don't think, so I kind of just threw in a couple in there, and they took it well, because I'm sure they got a lot of homeowners just that are homeowners and probably say too much, but with these guys, it's obvious they're good, and it's best just to be quiet and let them roll, literally. So this part is where it just comes into flat out, it's hard work. Up against the houses, you actually have to hand shovel it up there. The equipment can only get so close, and these guys are not afraid of work. They're all, even if they're not young, they are in shape. Like I said, Wayne is in his late 60s. Joe was young. Michael and Mike both are just phenomenal workers. And when it comes to the manual part, they get it done. So I believe this is where we've paved on the right. We paved next to the house, and now we're doing the final strip in the middle and heading up the road. And this is where the paver is actually going to start pushing the truck. So this was our first spot of trying to see whether or not that paver could actually push the truck up the hill. And it did, obviously, but it was a little sketchy there for a minute. This, if you watch, Jason's rolling, and look at Wayne. He's watching that because he is the old salty guy, and he knows what to do and how to hit it. So he's kind of watching, and he'll be talking with Jason and advising him. If you roll it too fast or too soon, like I said earlier, you can mess that stuff up and actually separate it. So he's watching all that, and it's a definite art of when you get on it with the roller and the compactor. And Joe's working the plate compactor, which is a little less critical. But that roller, I noticed that you really had to watch what you're doing, and that's what Wayne's doing. So here we are, heading up the hill. Things are successful. I think as the video progresses here, there's a section where once we started getting up the hill and everything was going well, I went out to make sure that I had a cooler full of stuff for these guys at the end of the day. Not telling anybody what to do, but a little tip at the end of the day, not only in something cold to drink, but something to put in their pockets. Makes the crew respect what they're doing, respect you, and if you ever need to call these guys back for anything, they're going to remember that. And even if I don't call these guys back, they're going to remember that, and that's the kind of person I've tried to be. Bottom line, you just basically show people with tangible things that you appreciate what they're doing for you. They, in turn, appreciate that, and I don't know, that's what makes the world go around, or what should make the world go around well. I'm sure you've heard this saying, people that are good at what they do make it look easy. Well, that's what you're seeing here. But I'll guarantee you this is hard work, no matter how good you are. They pretty much wore me out just prepping for it and getting the road base done. Like I said, these guys are good. They make it look easy, but they worked their butt off the entire day, and it was a long day. It took several hours just to do the bottom part, and we still got the entire road going up and then the entire flat going out to the road. So you'll see the truck backing up here now. That's what they're doing. They're waiting for a little bit more pavement. It's kind of funny too, because just like painting, it's all in the prep. Just about everything, it's all in the prep. Mike kept telling me, is like, you got to get that grade perfect. You got to get the swale perfect, because if the grade guy's no good, the paving's no good. Well, for the majority of it, I was the grade guy, so anything wrong with my pavement, if it doesn't drain, it's on me. I kind of had some fun with Mike about a month afterwards. We were talking about how he'd have people call back and say there's mushrooms growing through my pavement. It's like totally out of control of Mike and his crew. So I called them up and said, hey, the water's not draining perfect down here at the house. I go, I think you're fired. I'm gonna have to just collect your free t-shirt and leave. And I said, oh, wait, no, it's actually the grade guy that was bad, so he's fired. Oh, wait, that's me. Never mind. But it was fun. I had a great time just hanging out with these guys and watching them and talking to them. Mike and Michael both become friends as a result of this. And Mike and I probably do some jobs here in the future together using my excavating and his paving. So we've quoted a few things. And that's part of the reason I haven't really posted this video, is I was dealing with some issues with the state on licensing and things like that. That's a lot of fun. That's an entire another video if I ever share it. But back to this paving job, dang man, this was such an improvement to our property. I mean, no doubt it's going to increase the value, but it's just the quality of life, and having a fully paved road all the way to the house is just phenomenal. It's flat out sexy. But so here they got quite a ways further up the road. I think I'm still here at this point, but like I said, I had to cruise out. I was gone for about an hour, and I think at that point they got all the way up to the turn. So, like I said, I'm voicing over all this. This is where they did a little water test. Wayne is watching Jason and telling him where to hit it, because I guess you can actually shape it a little bit even after it's been down and compacted the first time. So yeah, so now this is me coming back, and almost forgot. There's a point in here where we had to wait until they got to a certain point, and then I had to actually clear out the center section of our main road, and we didn't want to do this until we were just ready. So I had to come back in here, and they had saw cut it in the morning. Now they're paved almost to the flat, and I had to actually use my excavator up there. I parked it up top and graded out that section. So this is the flat part. It's looking just fantastic. This is from the creek looking out. It's a little closer to the gate. Some of the last trucks coming in, and yeah, we're getting towards the end here. You can see the excavator up there in the lower right. So we know we're right at the gate, or where the gate was. I actually pulled it for this job. So this is down to the last truck or two, and I think we were single trucks at that point, not truck and trailer. So this is where everybody starts getting a little nervous. I could start reading Mike, and just talking with him a little bit and seeing if we're going to make it with all the stuff we got going. Because at this point, I think the batch plant had already closed. So we had what we had and what we had coming. Yeah, there's going out. And here we're going to start making this turn. So this is getting the pavement on my property out to the main road. And I think that truck right there is the absolute last. And there was not a whole lot left in it. And I think we had this full hopper. And the other thing that I was worried about at this point is that everything from the main road back I paid for myself, because it was all my property. But this road repair was my family and 3 other families that paid for that. So it would not have been good if we couldn't have finished this. But it had to be left to the end, because you pay from the end out, and that's just the way it goes. So they're just finishing up here. Like I said, this is the end of a very long day. It's the end of a long few months of prep for me. My equipment's not as large, and I don't have a good compactor, so it took me a lot longer to prep this road than a typical paving contractor with a large 210 or something for a skip loader and full-size compactors. It just goes a lot faster. So, but I got her done. Mike said I did okay on the grading. Here's Michael and Mike. Their last name is Cognetti, or in the truest sense of the term and the word and the nationality, Cognetti. So I hope you like that, Mike. There we are. We made it. We tied in. Job well done. I just can't express how stoked I am that we paved this road. Should have done this sooner, but obviously funds are part of the deal. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you liked this and enjoyed it, I apologize for it being late, but hey, hit that subscribe button and help me grow to over 1,000, so that maybe I have a little bit of incentive to be able to put these out more frequently. I'm sorry, I work a full-time job, as I said before, and so this is a side deal right now. And as we grow the channel, I think it'll become more of a incentive to keep it going. Thanks.